If they offer to provide the material and you do the labor, red flag. If someone says, I'll buy the material if you'll do the work, they're a manipulator. They don't want to pay the fair price for someone to come do the job. And you should say back to them, well, my toilet bowl is dirty. If I buy the cleaning products, will you come clean my toilet bowl? Chances are they'll look at you like you're crazy. Anytime you run into a couple hot chicks got me like that. They say, I'll buy the material, you do the labor. I'm telling you, it's a red flag. Run. The only time you should do work, side work, anything else is if there's an agreed upon fair price, and if it's more than $500, 50% down. Anything other than that is an unhealthy negotiation and arrangement. And it leads to keeping score. Oh, well, I changed, this amount of fixtures for him, and what I get in return, I got a bowl of soup. And then they hang that over your head, and vice versa. Oh yeah, well, I helped this person do XYZ, and all they did was, hang a ceiling fan. They were only here for 15 minutes. They were only here for an hour. How much can that be? Let me tell you something. You try to call somebody to come to your house to do work, it costs $100 for them just to walk in the door. Just to walk in the door. Forget about, doing any work. Just to walk in the door and take a look at what's wrong. I'm telling you right now, one of the biggest mistakes you'll make, one of the things that ends friendships or that keeps unhealthy friendships because there's a keeping score. I did this for this person, they better remember that. If somebody says, I'll buy the materials and you do the labor, get away. Get away from that situation and say, no, thank you, I don't want to do that. And if they're hurt and if they're offended, let them be, because they're not a real friend. They're a manipulator, in my opinion. And if you're doing the work, chances are you want something in return. You want something in return. And if you don't, you're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart. You are not a confident enough person to say no. And eventually what that leads is you're a yes person. You say yes to everybody. And what you do is you burn yourself out. You hurt yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally to the point where you neglect your own work that you need to do on your own life. You fix everybody else's house, but you don't fix your own. You have time to do charity work, but you haven't done the work in your own house. How can a man be a leader? How can a woman be a leader? How can anyone be a leader or fix someone else's house if they haven't fixed their own? Get your own house in order. I'm going to say it, fuck. Man, fuck anybody who, I cursed you. Fuck anybody who tells you, I'll buy the material, you do the labor. They may be good people, but you got to get out of that situation. It's unhealthy. I'm trying to tell you, I've been down that road, and there's never going to be a fair exchange of labor for dollar for whatever you're going to equal to soup, coffee. It never equals out. And it leads to a holding something over of the head. It leads for a keeping of the score, and it leads to a neglect of your own work that you need to do in your own life. Never forget it. All right? Never forget that. Stay inspired.